Alright guys, Shano has made a short video.
Nice, good job.
That is great. Shano has made a video. The real reason mage boosting was nerfed. WoW Classic TBC Anniversary. I will say, let's just find out. This is Shady. So, why was it nerfed?
TBC Anniversary is coming on February.
Is he gonna be in the bottom left here? Is it like a stream clip? I think it is. Oh, no, it's Sandalar. Never mind. I was like, we're getting a world buff in the background right now. I already have the Dragon Slayer buff, so why am I getting excited? Either way, I'll go here.
5th. I'm sure you know that by now, but if you didn't, there you go. But the main thing I want to talk about in this video is some pretty shady tactics from Blizzard, if you ask me. And that's do with the boosts. So originally, when this was announced back in November, the only boost that was available was the Epic Pack, which gave a boost along with a load of mounts and other things which people didn't really want. Now, it was the more expensive option, but I know of a bunch of people that actually bought this thinking this was the only way they could get a boost. Now they've announced that they're doing a standalone boost as well, which likely will be cheaper than the Epic Pack. So what about all the guys who have paid for the Epic Pack? Well, I guess you just enjoy your mounts and stuff, but luckily for me, I didn't buy the Epic Pack. I wanted to wait until pre-patch, but now...
We all knew, by the way, like, why they wouldn't announce the boost right away. I even made videos on this, like, when they announced the pack as well. I said that standalone boosts were probably coming, either with TBC's launch, or in, like, phase 1 of TBC, or even the pre-patch. And here we are, we're getting it with the pre-patch. And it makes sense from a business perspective. They want you to buy the pack, so, like, anybody who really wanted the boost at the start, they would have bought the pack. And now they have basically spent additional money for cosmetics that they might not care about, but it is what it is. They get their mount, they spend some extra bucks, it is what it is. And now people can buy the boost cheaper. Another problem that I have, and this is like something that I think Blizzard messed up with as well, and I'm going to talk about this. So at the start, when they announced the Outland Epic Pack, the boost explicitly said cannot be used on Blood Elf and Draenei. Now they have gone back on that, and the boost can be used on Blood Elf and Draenei. I don't think that's a bad thing, by the way. What I think is bad is the flip and switch, the U-turn, where they said that it would not be able to be used for 2 months, and then 6 days before the pre-patch, they say, oh, you can boost Blood Elf and Draenei anyway. It leads to a bunch of people that have spent the last 2 months knowing, or at least thinking that they know, that Blood Elf and Draenei cannot be boosted, and now they suddenly can. They've been prepping for 2 months with their gold, their time, and some people even scheduled time off work to level up during the pre-patch, which, I mean, if that was you, I feel sorry for you, but also, time off work for a pre-patch, you know? But they've been doing so in good faith, because Blizzard told them something, they trusted Blizzard, and in this case they took a U-turn 6 days before the pre-patch. Number 1, they could have told us when they announced the Outland pack, and in my opinion they should have done so to begin with, because if people knew they could boost Blood Elf and Draenei with the Outland pack, they would have increased their sales of the Outland pack by at least 50%. I'm not even being hyperbolic here. A lot of people did not buy that pack because they already have the classes they want to have, except Blood Elf Paladin and Draenei Shaman, and some other Draenei's as well for the physical hit and the spell hit. So not being allowed to buy Blood Elf and Draenei, they significantly reduced the sales of the Outland pack. If they wanted to make money, they should have announced this back in like November, when they announced the boost to begin with. And if not then, they should have given us this info before Christmas, which is when people started scheduling time off work for the pre-patch as well, and speculating on TBC's release date. A lot of people have to submit their paid time off a long time before they actually get it. So they could have given us this info before Christmas, and if you ask me, the decision to include Blood Elf and Draenei was probably made before Christmas. There is no way they met up on Monday, their first day back in office, and talked about this and maybe adding it, and if they could do it like technologically in the back end of the code, and then on Wednesday they announced it. I think this decision has to have been made before Christmas, in which case we should have also had the announcement before Christmas. Why on earth would they wait until 6 days before the pre-patch?
Now we know they're doing standalone boosts. Another thing is, they originally announced in November that Blood Elf and Draenei characters are not available to be boosted. Now they've backtracked and they've added it as a boost option, this time in pre-patch. So I feel really bad because I know personally a bunch of people that have already spent thousands and thousands of gold ready to level their Draeneis with all the best items in the game. Now it's basically pointless. That Draenei leveling race no longer exists because someone will just boost one straight away and start gearing it. So I feel really bad for those guys. Like, this should have been communicated better from the start, but as always, we know communication has suffered with this company recently. But this is the truth behind why the boost nerfs. It makes sense now. We know they went after mage boosting, paladin boosting, reducing the XP, doing everything that they can to stop people paying gold for boosts. Now we know why. It's looking like this level 58 boost will be unlimited. So people can just pay real money for as many level 58 characters.
Yeah, I can say that as well, by the way, based on absolutely no insider information and no info that I have, but I have two sources that I do trust that told me that the boost is probably going to be unlimited. And they could also not say that they have any insider info, so like, so far the source is trust me bro, okay? The source is trust me bro. But it's looking like it's going to be unlimited, which that basically means the more money you have and the more money you're willing to spend, the more level 60s you're going to have. Let's go.
Characters as they want, totally avoiding leveling altogether.
Which also means if you have a lot of gear on your main right now, this is basically going to be the price of a copy to Classic Era. Because you can basically right now transfer, until the pre-patch comes out, you can transfer this character that you have right now on Anniversary to Classic Era still, until the pre-patch is out, and then you buy a new level 58 boost for the same class. So if you have a really good geared warrior in Classic WoW Anniversary, and you want to keep playing Classic WoW, you can then transfer that warrior to Classic Era, and boost up a new level 58 warrior, and use that one for TBC. And with the double honor we have in the pre-patch, you can also gear up this new warrior pretty fast for TBC content as well. Just in case somebody hadn't thought of that yet.
Which makes sense because if boosting was still available, some people would try to buy gold really cheap from China and then just pay someone to boost them. Now that's going to be impossible. If you want to...
but even then though, like, most mage boosters would not boost that cheap. Like, right now, if you're buying gold and then buying a mage boost, you are spending way more money for a like level 60 character than you will on a level 58 boost. I can tell you that much.
Boost and you don't want to level naturally in the world, you have to pay Blizzard. That's going to make them a lot of money, right? They're fully selling out on this and people will pay for it. You know, people don't have much time and they would just rather have a boost. But yeah, the two real shady things here were the fact that they didn't announce this back in November when it was data mined, by the way. There was some data mining that showed there was an individual boost, but they didn't announce that in November. They only announced the epic pack. So people would pay a fortune for this epic pack. Now they're saying you can do a standalone boost. That's the first shady thing. And the second shady thing is about the Blood Elf and Draenei, because I feel really bad. I was gearing up for a 4-day, no sleep, no live session of leveling a Draenei. Obviously not being the world first 60, but getting up there.
Yeah, same. The thing is, for me, I'm probably still gonna level up my Draenei, by the way, but I'm probably gonna take it a little bit more chill now. So instead of trying to be level... I said for a while my goal was to be level 60 on day 5. Now we'll see. I'll probably still no life on both Wednesday and Thursday, but I was planning on taking the whole week off of the gym, like after... like on Wednesday. But this time I'll probably just take Wednesday off of the gym and be there on Friday again, so like slightly less gameplay, but like not by much. I'll still play the game a lot and I'll probably be level 60 at least within a week. Hopefully. But it just like, it promotes me being able to take the game more casual, I guess.
As close as possible, right? It was going to be a fun leveling race. That's a big part of pre-patch, but now that's gone. It's just boost your characters, gear them up in AV, getting really cheap rank 14 gear. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what your opinion is on this, but at least TBC is kind of alt friendly and this plays into that. People don't have much time and Blizzard is accepting that. You know, the average player now is more of a dad gamer. So yeah, there's not much to do in pre-patch now except for farm huge amounts of gold, which I'll be doing. Obviously, if you were planning
And the PvP gear, and pre-questing.
to level a Drain Eye still and didn't want to pay for a boost, you can still do that. You've got 3 weeks to do it now. That's probably better. But for me, the race is gone, so why would I level one when I could just boost one? When Blizzard adds these things to the game, then people will abuse it. As simple as that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So they've nerfed mage boosting. They've nerfed any form of fast leveling, but you can now instantly level to 58. So yeah, guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments. And please subscribe to this channel. I need the subscribers right now. It's my new channel. So yeah. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and have a lovely day.
There we go. I'm gonna subscribe because apparently I haven't done so yet. So there we go. We are now subscribed to this one as well. I was wondering. I thought it said I wasn't subscribed when I clicked on this, and it was the Eclipse channel. So yeah, there we go. +1. +1 subscribe.